Hi, welcome to the Barry and Jerry Show. I'm Barry, and today I'm here with Wanda Griffin in the wonderful Wendy's downtown Chicago. She's graciously given me some of her time, and just like to take a few moments to speak to Wanda about registration. She is for those of you who don't know, she is the registration chair for the 2010 Spring Conference, and she's been, how long you've been a registration chair? Because I've noticed you've been in quite a few conferences.
I've done 6 conferences for the last 3 years.
Wow. Okay, so how do you keep yourself motivated each conference? Because it's a lot of work that you're doing.
Well, one thing, each conference chairperson is different. They all come in with their own ideas. Mm-hmm. They come in with a multitude of suggestions. Mm-hmm. And so for that alone will keep you looking in a different direction as to how to better where you are. And to keep, the hardest part though is actually keeping others motivated. Me, I love what I'm doing. Okay. So it's giving others an opportunity and giving them challenges to meet within the registration process that keeps everything motivated.
What would you say is the most challenging thing about being, okay, it's a family show, so what do you think is the most challenging thing in regards to registration, or the challenges that you face?
For me, it is actually keeping volunteers. That is probably my most challenging, getting someone committed to do registration. I think there's a misconception that if you volunteer for registration, you're going to miss the conference. Mm-hmm. You can't go to any of the educational sessions, mm-hmm. or that you're going to miss going to the contest. And that's not true. We only ask for a little bit of your time, whatever it is you can give us, whether it's 15 minutes, an hour, 3 hours, and you can fit your own schedule in there. Mm-hmm. The other challenge, that's my most challenging, but the other challenge is really helping people to understand the registration process. Mm-hmm. It's not as difficult as they think.
Okay, so good point. What is the registration process?
Very easy. Let your club register you as a club.
Okay.
And then you don't have to register for anything. The only thing you register for at that point are your meals, if you want them or not. If you decide to come as a club, or you decide to come individually, or if only 2 or 3 people come out of your club, that $110 covers every member of your club. Mm-hmm. You don't have to send me a registration list. You don't have to tell me who your members are. TI takes care of all of that for you. So for me, just coming to the conference, sitting in your form, emailing me with any questions, taking the time to just look at what we have out there, and then supporting your district. Registration is real easy, though. That's probably the easiest part of the whole conference, but that's the one that fears everyone.
Wow. And I can certainly attest to Wanda being wonderful as far as registration. I met Wanda last year, but we were email friends long before we actually physically met. I was participating last year in the district conference, and it was wonderful. I wanted a table, and I kept calling and emailing Wanda, and she kept responding back, and so I think that after 10 or 12 emails, we finally met, and it was like, oh, hey, old friend, hi.
Yes, I do remember the emails.
Yes.
At one point, I was out shopping, and the phone rings, and I'm trying to try on clothes, and I'm like, who is this? But the questions were great because but some of your questions we actually used on the FAQs.
Oh, great.
And that is something else. Your question, no question, I know you've heard the old saying, the old cliche, no question is a dumb question, it's always someone else's question. Mm-hmm. So when you ask me a question, I take and I use those questions back in the FAQ so that others can be apprised of it, because you never know what someone's thinking or what someone is worried about. You know, being registration chair, Ivory Gwen told me when I assisted him my very first year, he told me that my name would become known out there, and people would know me, and I just couldn't believe it. But it's true. People have come to me all through the year, not just at conference time, as they're getting ready for the conference, to make sure what it is they need to do. How can they do better? Are there any pointers? And this kind of stuff is important. We try to make each conference different and more exciting and more challenging. And those challenges are, that's like being in a competition by itself, because you're trying to outdo the last person. Registration has that same commitment and the same drive. I'm not only the registration chairperson, I'm the ACE director for registration. So for me...
And what is ACE for people who don't know?
Now,
Putting Wanda on the spot right now.
yes, she is. I just know that it's ACE.
Okay, ACE, and we'll come back at a later show to tell you what ACE means.
That's right. We have someone who can explain what ACE is, and I wouldn't want to take her thunder.
Okay, not a problem.
But registration is everybody's responsibility, not just the registration committee and not just mine. Your concern is my concern. And you understand that even though I'm just a volunteer, I'm a member also, so what you feel, I feel. You know, if you come to the desk and you feel uncomfortable or you're unhappy, that's how I would feel if I went somewhere. And so I put myself in your shoes so that I know how to react to you. I don't get upset very often. I don't blow my stack and go off crazy. I will send you on your way while I try to figure out your problem. When you come back to me, I'll have an answer.
Okay.
Because it's to make the conference experience is supposed to be enjoyable for everyone. You're supposed to have a great time, and we're trying to do that. And registration is just a small part of that.
So, since you've been a veteran of several conferences, what do you think is different? Jerry and I keep saying how this conference is going to be different. How is it going to be different for you?
The ease in which registration has been placed on this website. I went on to look at our website, and as a committee member, you don't get a chance to do a lot of things that the actual members would get a chance to do. You don't get a chance to nitpick and look and dwell, but I took time to go into that site, and I basically was looking for things that concerned registration, and it was just very phenomenal. Just having the technology that we have now and what you and Jerry have done out there to just bring this out there to everyone. This is something that won't just stop here. It'll go from conference to conference to conference, and it just makes it that much more easier to be able to reach others. Toastmasters isn't just about our conferences. It's about who we are. It's about our own achievements and what it is we want to do. We as members that volunteer are there to help ourselves as well as help others. So I can tell you this conference is going to be phenomenal.
Wow. That was wonderful. You said that wonderfully. So is there anything else that you want to share with our fans out there in District 30?
I'm looking for you at 5 p.m. on May 21st, and I will be there at 7 a.m. bright and early. That's Saturday morning.
So, wait, the conference starts at 5 p.m. and you'll be there at what time?
I actually will be there at 10 o'clock that morning setting up, but I will be open and ready at 5 p.m.
The word of the day today for Toastmasters is dedication. Thank you so much for taking time with us. And again, I'm Barry, and this is the Barry and Jerry Show, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Wanda.
You're welcome. Thank you.